What's going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 12. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I am trying to have one. I'm not having one in the least bit, but I'm trying to have one. So just keep me in your prayers. I'm gonna try my best to get through this review the best way I know how. However, I just want you guys to know that later on tonight, we will be doing the Whether You Like It or Not panel at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It will be over on Yocrates' platform. The link is in the playlist, so make sure you guys go to the playlist and set your reminders. And just in case you don't get a reminder that you're supposed to, I will be posting it on my community wall. There is a chance that I may or may not be on the panel tonight because of my mood. I don't want to bring that energy to the panel. I don't want to bring it down. So I may or may not be on the panel tonight. So, but it's okay. Um, so let's go ahead and get into the review. Okay. We pick up where we left off with King versus Dr. G. Okay. Everybody runs over to break up the ruckus that is going on with the two of them. Um when Quad takes, because as they're going over there, Sweet Tea runs over and gets up in King's face, and Quad tells Sweet Tea, "Go over there with your husband. Go over there with your husband. I got King over there with your husband." And so, Quad, no, King said that Dr. G admitted to saying, "Shut the fuck up." I don't think that he admitted to saying shut the fuck up because he didn't tell her to shut the fuck up. He told her that she had a big fucking mouth. And that's not even cool to say. But I don't even remember him saying that he told her to shut the fuck up. I don't remember him telling her that. I may have to go back and watch it, but I don't recall him saying that. Cecil says that Gregory cannot continue to put himself in a bad situation due to the fact that he has a whole lot to lose. King says that Quiet can say whatever the fuck she wants, and if he don't like it, he can deal with him. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. While I admire King for stepping in and literally defending Quiet and taking her side because she never really had that, you can't sit here and tell her that she can say whatever she want to say to any damn body and then everybody's supposed to be okay with that. Like you can't you can't do that. Like that's gonna give her the ammunition to get up in motherfuckers' face and say whatever she feels like she want to say to them, and that's not cool. You can't give nobody that type of opportunity to do that. That's not right. You feel what I'm saying? But to each his own. I don't agree with it, but whatever. I do feel like if Quad does come at a man, then the man doesn't need to argue with Quad. Just bring it over there to King, but at the same time, Quad should not be arguing back and forth with no man anyway. That's just the T. Um, Mimi and Phaedra console Sweet Tea as she's beginning to cry. Phaedra starts speaking in tongues, and Simone was like, "I don't know what God. I don't think that Phaedra is the right person that God sent down to be trying to pray for somebody." And I'm just sitting up here looking at Simone like Simone been giving Phaedra a whole lot of shade, which I don't mind, by the way. But what I'm saying is, why in the hell is you giving her so much goddamn shade? That's what I'm trying to figure out, baby. Because at the end of the day, it's like it feel like Phaedra did something to you and you really ain't seeing it for it. At least that's what it looks. At least that's what it looks like to me, in my opinion. That's the way it looks. But I'm here for the shade now. Don't trust me. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for the shade. Anything that's shading Phaedra, I'm definitely here for it. Just to let you know. Just saying. Um, let's see. So Sweet Tea and Dr. G, after all of the ruckus goes down, they choose to leave. King says that he doesn't want to be around Dr. Gregory. And Dr. Heavenly and Court Contessa was in the back talking, and they was discussing Heavenly's issues with Sweet Tea. She says that Contessa wanted to know, why does Heavenly have such a strong reaction to Sweet Tea, because Sweet Tea is a sweet girl. Even Dr. Heavenly says that Sweet Tea is a sweet girl, but at the same point in time, they just don't mesh, and she got a mouth on her, and she don't know how to read the room. My thing with Dr. Heavenly is that she don't know how to read the room, and she got a big ass mouth. And the thing is, she ain't met nobody that's gonna meet her with that same energy, and I feel like that is the problem. That's why I don't understand why so many people don't like Sweet Tea at all, because like I told y'all, I fucks with Sweet Tea. the long way. I do. I see her as the underdog on this show, and I feel like they brought her on this show to exploit her for their own personal gain. And I honestly feel as though they did her dirty. Like soon as they brought her on, they started treating her like shit. And a lot of the things that all the drama that she gets in, a lot of the time is really reactionary most of the time because she really don't be starring nothing and she really be speaking her mind just like everybody else does. Like Toya can get up and say whatever it is she wants to say and speak her mind and speak her truth. But when it come down to Sweet Tea, everybody seems to have an issue with that. And I don't understand what the fucking issue is. Like, why can't she speak her piece and why can't she have a mind of her own and say what she want to say? Because Dr. Heavenly says whatever she wants to say about everybody. So I don't understand why is it such a big deal? You feel what I'm saying? Like, let them, do that. Let her speak her truth and let her speak her mind the same way everybody else does. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Where we at with it? Let me go ahead and get back to the notes here. So Contessa apologizes to Mimi. She said, I know this couple trip was a big deal, a big thing, a whole lot was going on. But we still here and we're gonna have a good time while we're here. Dr. Heavenly then apologizes to Shireen and Apollo. Now, in this particular scene, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone are talking to Shireen and Apollo. Apollo asks Phaedra, no, Apollo says that Phaedra knew that Shek was his friend, and Shek claimed that he did not know Apollo. Now, here's my thing to um when it comes down to Apollo and this whole Phaedra and Shek thing. Now, at the end of the day, Phaedra really doesn't owe Apollo pretty much anything, to be honest. I mean, she can go out and talk to whomever she wants to. She doesn't have any loyalty to him at this point because she's no longer married to him. She really ain't got no relationship with him other than her kids. So she don't really owe him anything. But Shek is the person that I'm looking at sideways for the most part because at the end of the day, he's supposed to be Apollo's friend. So how you gonna be his friend and you out here talking to his ex-wife and going out with his ex-wife? I think that that's totally dirty and low down, in my opinion. Like that's what I feel. I don't think that he should be doing it. But that's just me. I don't think that he should be doing it. I don't think that he should be dating Phaedra and talking to her when he's supposed to be Apollo's friend. He be at their house all the time. I just think that it's dirty and low down to be at a dude's house and then you talking to his ex-wife. I don't think that that's cool. Like, and I don't think anybody would think that that's cool. Yeah, that's his ex, and yeah, they went through a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, they went through a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't think that that's right. It's not cool. Um, so Apollo says that after the whole ordeal, Phaedra had called him after the fact, asking. She said she had a car waiting for them to go to the strip club after the fact, and then he said he wanted to talk to Phaedra one on one, but she declined a one on one with him. Yes, Phaedra is going to decline a one on one from you because at the end of the day, she don't like you, she don't fuck with you, she don't understand why you was on this trip, and this is not something that she's going to talk about on camera, and you already know that. So I don't even know why you was even surprised. Um so then Phaedra informs Jackie that she's leaving. She says that I just don't deal with these kind of mean girls. This is not my type of thing. Y'all supposed to be a friend group that's supposed to support me. And the person that I am the most disappointed with is Jackie. And then Jackie said that she thought that Phaedra knew that they were coming. And Phaedra says that she doesn't feel supported by the women. Now, in my opinion, she's not supported by them. She's not supported by them in the least bit, okay? She's not supported by them at all. And that's just the truth of the matter. She's not supported by them at all. But at the end of the day, um I just feel like she's only getting what they did to Sweet Tea. And she looked back and sat back and watched that shit happen and she never spoke up for Sweet Tea. I would have more respect for Phaedra had she, because she don't like it being done to her. So I don't understand why she's even surprised. If they could do that, if they could sit up there and band together and bring Sweet Tea on this show just to spite Quiet? What the fuck make you think that you're so special that they won't bring your ex-husband and his new wife on the show to spite you? You ain't special. You're not an exception to the rule at all. Dr. Heavenly and Simone says that Phaedra doesn't open up. Heavenly says that Apollo says y'all got these medical credentials. She's in the law field. She got this going on, she got that going on. And then Heavenly says it's just that we can see through her bullshit. That's why she's uncomfortable. And then she says that Heavenly says that Phaedra only wants things to go her way. Long as things go in the manner to where she wants it to go, then she would be just fine with that. But other than that, that's just it. Where we at with it? So then Phaedra says that she doesn't do mean girls, and Jackie says that they weren't being mean girls. You just got to be strong to be in this group. At the end of the day, I might not like Phaedra, but y'all were kind of being like mean girls. Like y'all kind of was like being bullies and all this other shit. But at the same time, Phaedra this is just her just doing my eyes, because you can't sit up here and call a bunch of people mean girls and then you sit around and you do the same shit. Like, and you've done the same shit. Like you've been mean girls. You've been a mean girl to Kenya. You've been a mean girl to Candy. You was a mean girl to Demetria McKinney. Does anybody remember that? So at the end of the day, you can't call nobody no fucking mean girl when you've been one. You've been a mean girl, and that's just the fucking truth of the matter. Like, you've been one. And that's the truth. Simone says that this was the worst. They go out, I think they go out for drinks. And Simone says that this was the worst experience that the group had ever had in this group. And then she says that King and G were the most devastating. I think Simone says that this was the worst thing that this group has experienced because it was 3 different fights happening at one time. I was about to say, so Toya and Mariah fighting at a upscale event wasn't the worst experience that y'all had as a group, because baby, that was ghetto as hell. But I guess I could see where this is going, because there was so much shit going on. It was Apollo and Sheck arguing, and Shireen, and no, it was Apollo, Sheck, Shireen, and Phaedra arguing. Then you got Sweet Tea and Heavenly arguing. Then you got King and Dr. G about to fight. So that was a lot within itself. The guys go to a cigar bar, and Dr. Damon asked about the other guys. Scott says that it was a shit show, of course. And then King says that it was not really about it being a shit show. It was more about it being about disrespect. I'm not going to allow nobody to disrespect my woman at the end of the day. And to be honest, Dr. Damon agrees with King. And to be honest, I agree with King too. If that was my man, you ain't gonna disrespect my man in my face. That's just not gonna happen. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or what you doing. You're not gonna disrespect my nigga in my presence. Like, that's not about to happen. It's just not going to. It's just not the things of the things. Steve says that it's a unique situation, but he tries to be a mediator. Simone says that Phaedra left them and called them mean girls, and Jackie says that she's done with the group. And she's not coming back, and everybody's kind of confused, but she said no, at the end of the day, she's done with this group. She's not going to come back around us anymore. She's done with us. Simone says that she won't miss Phaedra. I'm like, God damn, Simone got it coming for Phaedra. I don't know why, but I really wish that Phaedra would have came to this reunion, because I really want to see what the girl's real issues was with her. Contessa and Scott starts discussing that Contessa is being cool with Heavenly. They're coexisting in there, and they're both happy about that. Contessa calls Dr. G, and he explains his actions, and him and Sweet Tea both said that they don't want to be around. They don't want to be around King and Quad. Fair. So Sweet Tea and Gregory, they're back in Atlanta. Dr. Gregory says that it was embarrassing and it was a toxic environment that he never wanted to be around and he didn't want to be subjected to. Dr. G feels if Sheck wasn't there, it would have been a fight, but Sweet Tea disagrees. Soon as Sweet Tea disagrees, Dr. G calls her naive. And as she's stating her opinion, Dr. G storms off. And so when he storms off, Sweet Tea goes into the bedroom and shut the door, and they're not being filmed, but their mics are still on. And the way that Dr. G spoke to Sweet Tea really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't want to say this at all, because once again, I really, really like Sweet Tea. I've interviewed her before. I really fucks with Sweet Tea. But from the way it sounds that this man is mentally abusive or he got a tendency to be physical. And it all goes back to a lot of the things that Quad has said about him, honestly. Like, I didn't like the way he was talking to her. And she kept telling him to stop, stop, stop. Like, it sounded like she was afraid of him, which in my opinion, I feel like she could whoop his ass. But whatever. But it sounded like she was scared of him and she kind of felt his anger escalating, and she did not want that because she knew that those cameras was down there. I didn't like the way he was talking to her. I felt bad for Sweet Tea, and I don't think that any woman deserves to be spoken to like that by somebody that's supposed to be their man, that's supposed to be their husband, somebody that she's supposed to be protected by. She was trying to protect you, and it doesn't matter how you feel right now. She was looking out for you and trying to ride for you as your wife. That's what she was trying to do, and you just didn't appreciate that. But people don't appreciate anything that you do for them. People see you as a just ignores the shit that you do. Like, the girl is clearly looking out and trying to ride for you and show her loyalty to you, and this is how you spit in her damn face. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't like the way he was talking to her, and that's just that. Mimi feels that Quad and Dr. G hasn't done the work to move forward. I don't think that they have either, because if they really did the work, they never would have been arguing with each other the way that they were, and they wouldn't have been into it like the way that they were on this fucking trip. I agree. Jackie says that if the ex was in the group, she wouldn't want her ex to be in a group. She wouldn't be able to handle it. Understood, because I wouldn't want them around me either. Toya says that they do effed up stuff to each other. They want to say that they're not mean girls, but they do mean girl stuff. One thing about Toya is that she gonna keep it a book. And that's one thing that she did do, was keep it a book. Um, because they do be doing mean girl stuff. Like I said, regardless of how I may feel about Phaedra, she didn't lie. King says that having an ex around is a complication. It is. Dr. Eugene says that he wanted Dr. G's feelings to be acknowledged, which they should be. Everybody got their feelings, and everybody deserves to have them heard. Quiet asked for everybody to be in her shoes so they can understand. Curtis asked how can they convince Dr. G, Sweet Tea, and Phaedra to still be in the group. And Contessa says that removing yourselves is sometimes needed. Everybody deserves a second to get their emotions in check. But that was pretty much the gist of this episode of Married to Medicine, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. Be sure that you guys vote for me for the Boss Baby Awards, you guys. The link would be in the description box underneath my social media handle. And you guys, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. I'm gonna get myself together, and hopefully y'all see me tonight on the panel. I'm out. Bye.